So here in this section we have cleaning and water type things. There are some really cool products out there. They look really cool for cleaning like your toilets and things. A lot of them are disposable, which is not good, so you end up spending more money every time you have to buy a new product, and they're not good for the environment. So we recommend just straight old regular toilet bowl cleaners. We also have organic, natural home care products. So here we have liquid dish soap, we have hand soap, and all-purpose cleaners. This one actually is aloe vera and green tea. So they're all natural, they're good for the environment. If you get them on your hands, you can just wash them off, you don't have to worry about any toxicity. And they're really cheap too. These were $3 each, but you can get them almost anywhere at probably $2 or $3, maybe even less if you hunt around good. It's a good idea to not buy or use paper towels or anything that's disposable. In this case, we just have a rag, you can reuse it, wash it, you can use your all-purpose cleaner to wash it. You can actually buy one of these water picks. So this is just something that you attach to your shower head, and it's a high pressure, low flow. And this actually helps you save about maybe a gallon per minute. So if you take like 10-minute showers, that's 10 gallons right there on the spot. And of course, the more people you have in your house, the more water you save. To also save money and energy, if you take cooler showers and also shorter showers, hot water actually uses up a lot of energy. So if you end up using less hot water, you save your money on your electric bill as well as on your water bill. And when you're washing clothes especially, cold water, the cold cycle works just as well as the hot cycle. So instead of using hot water to wash your clothes, use cold water. Make sure when you are washing your clothes, you use full loads, because then you end up putting more clothes in one wash, and you save water in that case as well. To save water and money, you can buy one of these refillable water bottles. They come in plastics as well as aluminum and steel. And these are reusable. They cost roughly between anywhere from $10 to $20. However, one bottle of water, if you go anywhere, can range from $1 to even $3 if you go to an airport and they're trying to sell you a $3 water bottle. In this case, this costs about $10. You can reuse it. They have a pretty long lifespan. I've had mine for quite a while, so just reuse it. You can use a little bit of soap or even vinegar and shake it up and rinse that out to keep it clean. We recommend buying a tote to carry your food in, because you're going to be cooking more home-cooked meals. When you buy food out in the store, like especially takeout, you have a lot of wasted trash. You have your napkins, you have your forks, you have the styrofoam that it comes in, or if you get like a paper box, and you have all this stuff left over that you end up throwing away. In this case, if you cook your meals at home, you save money because you're buying your food in bulk. If you buy fruits and vegetables or even meat in bulk, you can make meals. If you have leftovers, you can take them to lunch the next day, and you want to carry them in a reusable bag or a reusable lunch box. Plastic bags and paper bags, you use them once and you have to throw them away. So in this case, it's insulated and you can use it as long as you want to take food to work. We also have, when you go shopping, a reusable bag. So instead of getting paper or plastic, you can just bring your own. They're really small, you can just stuff them in your back pocket or your purse. And you can take all of your groceries with you. You can carry 2 or 3 and have them in the car in case you decide to go to Costco and you have tons of bulk items you want to bring. These are also better than paper and plastic because they actually, in some places, they charge you, not in California, but in places they actually charge you for plastic bags. So this, you can save money. You can get them free almost anywhere now, or you can pay like $1 at the checkout lane to get them, and they're reusable. And if you do end up getting like a paper or plastic bag for some reason, you can reuse that for your trash bags at home instead of buying a trash bag to put your trash in. And lastly, to save money and to help the environment, instead of buying things brand new, you can get them used or go to free cycle. So Craigslist is one really great resource online. It's Craigslist.org. And here in the Bay Area, we actually have one of the best Craigslist communities. So everyone has lots of really great things to give away at a really nominal fee if it's like really great condition. You can also check out Goodwills or Salvation Armies or other stores where they do have low price and usually pretty good quality items.
So one of the first things I'm going to go through is using surge protectors. A lot of people commonly they go out and they buy the cheap surge protector. It helps save your appliances, gives you extra outlets. It's useful. However, there's a couple better things on the market. An example is we have some smart strips here. What these do is you have the same amount of outlets. However, when you're using, say, your TV, you can have it plugged in. And then you can also plug in your DVD player and your entertainment system and your speakers. When you turn your TV off, this power will turn off at all the other ones. That way you don't waste energy and you save a ton of money by not having to run those appliances when they don't need to be on. It also disconnects the circuit, so you don't have a phantom load, which is where your appliances use power when they're not even on, but they're plugged in. There's a couple different ones. There's also this model out. It comes with a remote, so you can be 60 feet away, click it, it'll turn off your appliances for you. That's also really handy. And those are ways that you can just help in general, since if you have a computer, you can use this. It'll turn off your printer when your computer's not on, because that way you're not going to be printing when your computer's not on. It's very helpful. Another thing that will use a lot of power is lights. So what we have here is a timer for your lights. What it does is you can set it for either 1 minute, 5 minutes, all the way up to an hour. It's also got a little motion detector on it, so that way if there's someone in the room, it'll turn on, but if there's no one, it'll turn off. This is very helpful. That way you don't have your lights turning off on you even though you set the timer, because the motion detector still works. This will save you a bunch of money, makes life really convenient also. On the same subject as lights, we have a couple light bulbs here that are very efficient. A lot of people have probably seen these. These are compact fluorescent lights, CFLs for short. This really cool thing they've started doing is they're in different colors, you can notice. The reason being is that they have different light colors. So this is a daylight, this one's regular, and this one's soft light. Some people have complained about how bright and how white the light is, and they prefer an older, yellower light. They've now adjusted for that, so you don't have to worry about them looking ugly anymore. There's also a lot of kinds that have come out that are covered, so you don't see this spiral. That's very helpful. There's a wide variety of shapes, sizes, wattages. You don't have to worry about not finding them. They do exist. Over the life, you can see this says it'll save you $46. They last for about 9 to 10 years, so you don't have to replace them as often. And so the initial output's a little bit more, but you definitely make back that money. $46 is a pretty good chunk. Another couple office supplies that I'd like to mention is we have a thumbstick here. These are pretty common because it's easy, fits in your pocket, you can use it whenever. The reason being is these are a lot better than CDs, because a CD, once you've used it, you got to throw it away. With this thumbstick, you can reuse it as many times as you want. They hardly ever break. You can find them at any electronics store. Very helpful and just portable. Another thing is refillable ink cartridges. A lot of them now are becoming refillable. What you do is when you're done with it, you can take it back to a store. Sometimes they'll give you store credit for them for when you buy your next ink, so you can save some money. And also, they send them back to the manufacturer, refill them with ink, and then sell them again. It's a lot better for the environment because it's a lot of plastic, and when it throws away, it's basically useless. It sits there for a while. So that's a really good way to save some money. Now, it's got to be summer. A lot of people are going to start turning on the air conditioning. That sucks a lot of power. So one way to dramatically save your power is, even if you do have your air conditioning on, just take a little fan, stick it in the room. You can either set it to just blow air in one direction or oscillate. What that does is it moves the cool air that you have in the room already, and it moves it around. So if you're sitting in the corner and it's really hot, you might be like, oh, I'm going to go turn off the air conditioning. Instead, you just take a fan, turn it on, moves the cool air that's already in the middle of the room to the corners. You can save a lot of money, especially here where air conditioning is going to run you a lot of money in energy bill. This is a really cheap way that you can just spread the air around, open some windows, and it's really helpful.
The students I presented to you are actually part of a team called the Solar Decathlon here on campus. The Solar Decathlon is a project that the school has taken part in. It's a competition sponsored by the Department of Energy. 20 schools are invited to participate and come together with the goal to design and build a solar-powered home. It's an 800 square foot maximum house, so it's about a small studio apartment. It has to be fully functional and livable as a normal home. The only thing that won't be functional is a toilet. Another important aspect is that the houses have to be completely modular. The teams build the houses on their campus and then ship them to Washington, D.C., where the competition is held. And we are starting construction right now, so we're at an exciting phase. We're switching from design to physical representation. And we actually have just finished putting up a steel frame and now have our first 2 walls in place. And we will be done with construction hopefully around June, and we'll spend the summer doing optimization for competition.